before I get any comments on Claire Byrne, oh, why do you hate Claire and all that stuff? I don't care. It's not that I hate Claire. I'm just trying to point out some things that she's doing, and that she's only one-sided journalist, even if she is. But there's a very important thing that came out, which is the survey. So according to RTE survey done by Omar Research, should people be legally required to wear masks again in indoor settings like shops and public transport? The answers were this. %65% yes, 30% no, and 5% didn't know. So let's have a look again and let's go through the whole article. So almost 2/3 of Irish people favour the introduction of mandatory mask wearing in indoor settings such as shops and public transport, according to a poll carried out by Claire Byrne Live by Omar Research. I'm trying to pronounce it right. Apologies to all Irish speakers. I'm not an Irish speaker. Some of 65% of those polled said that they believed people should be legally required to wear masks in such a setting. Some of 30% respondents said they did not think mandatory mask wearing should be reintroduced, while 5% said they didn't know. Those in older age group favoured mandatory mask wearing to be most, with 82% of those over age of 55 believing it should be reintroduced, compared to just 47% of those age under 35. That's a kind of big gap, 20 years. Because loads of in your mind does change between 35 and 55. I think I grew up when I was 39. The poll was carried out on Monday among a sample of 1,000 adults participating on their smartphones for tonight's Claire Byrne Live program. Participating on their smartphones for tonight's Claire Byrne Live program, which will be broadcast on Turn 35, which already was. Okay, so were that the listeners and the viewers of Claire Byrne Live? I don't know. We'll never find out. Was that just a specific group to focus on the subject? Or it's just like the fans are going to see Foo Fighters or Metallica, just them. If they were given the phones to vote for the favourite band, it wouldn't be ABBA. Well, it is just my opinion. But me being me, I'm not going to let it go. So basically, stick the comments there. You hurried Claire. I don't really care, as I said before. But I decided to ask the same question, and just to the wider audience. My audience, there are people that think the same way I do. They have kind of the same opinions. And I asked to retweet that so it reaches through the wider ocean of Twitter to the other bounds and the other shores of the people that still want to wear masks. And I hope I did, or maybe I didn't. But just comparing that, we have a big 91.9% as no, 7.5% yes, and they don't know, it's 0.7% of 3,692 votes. So I ask in Omar Research, can they shed some light on this research panel, please? Or just to assume the research was done on Claire Byrne Live listeners or viewers only? Well, come back to me if you want. If you don't want to. I'm just this tiny guy putting videos on YouTube, BitChute, Spreaker videos, audios on Spreaker, Odyssey, just to say what I think. This is a free speech movement. We're trying to be opinionated as well as we're trying to open the debate that wasn't available on the mainstream media over the past 2 years. Or maybe we can go back in time as well to prove the point. And as basically lockdowns and
Tu me dis que tu m'aimes, ça sert à quoi?
For all your listeners, perfect clip made by Eastern Freedom. You can find them on Instagram. Amazing. They put the good work together. And listen, guys, Breaker, Spotify, BitChute, Odyssey. Just find me there. Give me a shout out. Give me a hateful comment as well. Like, I like reading those. Bye.